friends, I'm Smita and welcome to my channel Divine Vibrations. I hope you all had a wonderful Diwali. Today I'm doing this reading about the movement of Jupiter, which is the biggest benefic planet, into the sign of Capricorn, which will happen on 20th. We also know that Sun has moved into Scorpio on 16 November and is now in the same house with Ketu, or the south node. Ketu is a very spiritual planet which denotes detachment and letting go. So this is a very important time for us to go within and look at our own beliefs, our patterns and our addictions, our fears, and see where we have been repeating those cycles, where we have been running away from our fears and not facing them. So now the time has come where the sun is going to shed light on all those fears and those patterns and those addictions, and we will have to finally face them and heal them and let them go. Venus has also moved into its own sign of Libra on 16th, which is a very good thing. So two benefics are in very strong positions. Jupiter, the planet of dharma and expansion, when it comes with Saturn and Capricorn on 20th, the karma and dharma will get together and we will be able to move on the right path, take the right decisions, move in the right directions, do what is right, face our fears, resolve them and move forward in life. Wherever we have been stuck, in whichever area of our life, we will be able to finally make those decisions and move forward, and those decisions will come from dharma as well as karma. So they will be very good decisions. So let us see what these cards want to say to us regarding this movement of Jupiter into Capricorn. It will stay there for almost a year now. So big influence, and it's a very major planet, Jupiter. So let us see what energies it will unleash for us. What energies will Jupiter unleash for us when it moves into Capricorn? We have the south node. Wow. How do you beat that? Jupiter is moving with the south node, that is Ketu. It says don't let your past hold you back. Wow. So Ketu is about all past life memories, all the hidden fears, traumas, past life issues that we are holding within our DNA and our spiritual being or our etheric body. And now the sun will shine its light on all those nooks and dark corners of our own self, of our mind, of our conscious mind, of our subconscious mind, and it is time to look at them, face them and heal them. And it's time to bury all those negativity and all those fears, all those baggage that we have been carrying through so many past lifetimes. Maybe it's time to now let go. We are in a very, very important and pivotal time. This year has been very important, and even the next year is going to be. And end of this month we'll have a lunar eclipse, so we will enter into the eclipse season. Very good time to let go of the past hurts, pains, angers, angst, traumas, addictions, anything that has been blocking you and keeping you stuck in a rut. It's time to bury all that and let it go. Don't let the past hold you back. Wow. What other energy is it bringing? New moon in Capricorn, and it is entering Capricorn. So look how the cards are giving us indications, and they are confirming that Capricorn is important, Jupiter is important, south node is important. Your hard work is paying off. Capricorn is a sign of doing a lot of hard work. This card I think we had got even in our last reading. So if we have been working hard on ourselves, looking at our fears and our pains and our anger and healing it, letting go of things, letting go of emotions that are not serving us, letting go of limiting beliefs that are not helping us, letting go of attachments that are causing us pain. If we have been purging and healing and ascending and doing the due diligence in our work, in our own self, then our hard work will pay off. When dharma and karma meet together, it's payback time, because you have done the hard work. Now Jupiter will come and give you the result for it. Wow. full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. Wow. Many of us, out of fear, we don't express ourselves, we don't speak our truth, we don't share our inner emotions and feelings with people. We are scared of rejection, we are scared of abandonment, we are scared of being made fun of. We are scared that they will not understand and they will ridicule us, they will belittle us. We have all those fears and everything, and that's the reason we don't put ourselves out there. Even in work, we are scared of success as much as we are scared of failure. We don't know how we'll handle it, and then what will we do, how will we say. And suppose you make a mistake and people will laugh at you, suppose you fail, everyone will make fun of you. So there are a lot of fears and anxieties that hold us back, and we don't show the world a real you. We wear a mask, we pretend to be stronger than we are, we pretend to be more logical than we are, we pretend to be less emotional than we are, we pretend to be more nice than we are, and we pretend many things, right? So it's time to let all those masks fall and to show your true self to the world. Now let's see how it will affect our work and money. How will Jupiter affect our work and money? We have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a card of being very logical, very determined, moving forward, taking the right decisions, taking very balanced decisions, cutting off the fluff and speaking your truth, speaking to the point, doing what is necessary, cutting off what is not required. So somewhere I feel we need to let go of things that are not serving our purpose at this moment, which are no longer useful to us. Sometimes we hold on to things, people, stuff that is not serving us anymore, but out of attachment, out of fear of loss, we keep holding on to those things. So the time has come to cut all those things out of our life and only keep what is necessary and essential. Take the right logical decisions and move forward. We also have the Two of Swords, one more sword card. So I feel a lot of mind energy is emphasized here. We have been holding on to some decision that we needed to make in our work and our money, or maybe we wanted to take a loan, or we wanted to sell something, we wanted to buy something, and we have been stuck and not moving forward in that direction. The universe will now show you the right path in which way to move forward. You may have been confused about it, whether to go left or to go right, what decision to make. Will it be right or wrong? Will I lose money? Will I gain money? And all, there maybe have been lot of mental energy and overthinking happening for this. So now the Queen of Swords will help you cut through this confusion and take the right decision. And we have the Page of Cups. It is very possible that you may receive a new offer. Normally a Page of Cups is an offer of love, but since we are reading for work and money, maybe you may get a new offer in work, a new opportunity may come your way, someone younger than you may bring something for you, which will be close to your heart, which will be something that you loved and you have a passion for, and you may get exactly that particular offer or direction to move forward in your work and to earn money in that way. Maybe you are in a job that you don't like so much, and now you may find a job that excites you, which you are passionate about, which you really loved and wanted to do. Or you may start a business that you wanted to do, or you may get a project that you really wanted to do. So some new offer is coming to you, a new path is opening for you that will be close to your heart and will ignite your passion. Wow. So let us see how it will affect our relationships. How will Jupiter affect our relationships for the next 1 year? How will Jupiter affect our relationships? We have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And we did get the card of show the world the real you. So I feel a lot of people will decide finally to drop their masks, to step up into their real self, to let go of all these behaviors and patterns that were blocking them and be their true authentic self. And when you reveal your true authentic self, the right people will always love you, and your romantic relationships will always grow deeper and more authentic, more real. And when you will share your fears, you will share your love, you will share your deepest desires and emotions with each other. You will get to know each other, and that will always strengthen your bond. It will help in communication and it will always strengthen your bond. What else? We have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Yes. Ketu is a lot about healing. Ketu brings up all the childhood traumas and past life traumas that we have been holding in our subconscious and not acknowledging to ourselves for some time. What happens is we build mechanisms to deal with that pain and hurt. When we were very young in childhood, things have happened to us that we didn't like or that hurt us very badly. To protect ourselves from that hurt, we close our heart, we close our emotions, we become aloof, we become detached from people, we don't get close to people, we don't share our emotions with people, we don't try to form deep bonds with people, we keep relationship at a superficial level. That is a protection mechanism we have to protect our heart from being hurt again. We don't even realize it. It becomes a subconscious pattern that we keep repeating, and we keep jumping from one relationship to other because we don't want to get deeper, we don't want to reveal anything about ourselves and others, we are not even interested in them, and we just keep all our relationships at a very superficial level. But now Ketu is pushing us to look at those deep patterns and those deep hurts and pains that we have been holding. And I have seen that 99% of inner child traumas and healings come from the parents, which I don't blame the parents. It's not their fault because they didn't know any better. They have been just repeating patterns and cycles of their parents. So it's just happening generation after generation. Those patterns and cycles get repeated, and they also are not aware of it, of what damage they are doing, what happened to themselves, or what damage they are doing to their children. So it is just an unconscious programming that everyone is following. So it is time now to be more aware of it, to bring it to light, to heal it first in yourself, and then help others around you also to heal with that. And a very major part of healing is always family issues. Our family is our biggest guru, is what I say. They are come here to teach us the biggest lessons. Patience. They are come to teach us how to rise above petty issues, how to have patience with each other, how to form bonds with each other, how to forgive each other, how to be kind and compassionate. So our family is our biggest guru, and they are the ones who will hurt us the most to make us strong. Remember, they are just helping us in our growth to make us strong. So don't blame them, don't hold any grudges or any anger or angst against them. Forgive them, and then forgive yourself for holding that anger for them. When we forgive everyone, including ourselves, our heart becomes lighter and we are able to open our heart more, make space for love in our hearts when we let go of all these negative emotions. Ketu is going to help us look at these family issues and heal them. Wow, we got wedding. This situation involves marriage. Some of you may be in a relationship. When you get to know each other better and when you have healed your family issues, then you will move towards a wedding. You will marry each other. So some of you may get married during this next 1 year of Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet for marriage. It does give you the benefit of meeting the right partner and forming the right relationship, and also wedding. Jupiter is the Karak for wedding. Now let us see how will Jupiter affect ourselves, our patterns, our natures, our cycles. What lessons will we learn within ourselves? How will Jupiter affect our own nature, our own conscious mind, our heart, our soul? We have helpless and hopeless, the Eight of Swords. So if we have been feeling stuck, and many of the people I see around have been in this stuck mode. This is the Eight of Swords, where you see normally a woman whose eyes are covered with a cloth and she's surrounded by 8 swords. And actually, if she just opens her eyes, removes the cloth, she can see that the swords are not blocking her path, they're on the side. Many people have been stuck in this helpless and hopeless energy where we were feeling we can't deal with this, a certain problem or certain area of our life was stuck and it was not moving forward. We were not finding the right path to move forward. We didn't know how to deal with it or how we can solve this issue or what would be the right way to do it. There was so much confusion, so much helplessness, so much hopelessness. There was no path that was opening up. Now Jupiter, when it moves with the karma planet Saturn, it will show us the right path to move forward. It will give us the right path. So you see this man, he's looking towards the sunshine. The sun has come up. This sun is in Scorpio, which is putting light on all the hidden aspects, on things that were not revealed earlier, which were dark, below our vision or beyond our vision, which we couldn't see. Now the sun is rising up and we will be facing the sun. We will be seeing, everything will be now visible to us and with clarity, and we will be able to move forward through that. Nice. We have the Two of Pentacles, find balance. We have been feeling very out of sorts for the last 1 year with the planets moving in various directions and in different planets in different positions, creating different and this COVID situation, the lockdown situation has been causing a lot of disbalance within ourselves, our own natures, within our lives, within our work. Every area of our life was getting affected. And now things will slowly start falling into place and we will find our balance. We will center our energies. Our heart and mind will be in alignment, which was very misaligned for the last 1 or 2 years, especially because Saturn was affecting us and Saturn was retrograde. There was a lot of disbalance. Our heart was running in one direction, the mind was running in one direction. Our yin and yang was disbalanced, our masculine and feminine energies were disbalanced. Someone was too much masculine, someone was too much feminine. Everything was going haywire for the last 1 or 2 years, and now we will find that balance. We will center our energies, we will be able to find a balance between ourselves, and that will bring a lot of peace. Here I would also say grounding is a good thing to do to find your balance. And we have the Lovers card or the Love card. 6 is the number of Venus, and Venus is in Libra, which is the sign of relationships and love and partnerships. So we will move forward in our partnerships. We may move towards love if we have been not finding love in our life, or we have been single and not finding a good relationship, or if we have been in a relationship but it was not in balance, it was not going anywhere, there was a lot of discord and conflict in that relationship, we will finally come together in love. We will find that truth within us, we will find that love within us, we will find the balance between us, and we will find an equal partner. If we are single, we will find the perfect match for us. It's a blessed card. In the normal deck you would find an angel here. The relationship you will form will be blessed by the angels and the universe. We will open our hearts to love. Once we heal family issues and all the things that are blocking us, our heart will always open to love. I just said that, and this card proves that once you can heal yourself, once you can let go of this helpless and hopelessness and find your balance, you will find love. And this love has come right under the Wedding card. So you may find your soulmate or twin flame, and you may move in the direction of marriage with this person. Wow. Let's see what blessings this Jupiter transit will bring in our lives. What blessings this Jupiter transit will bring in our lives. We had got this card last time as well, a blessing to ease loneliness and bring companionship. And we got this Lovers card here and the Wedding card. The last 1 year has been very difficult for relationships, people who have been separate or people who are in partnership or in any type of relationship. There has been a lot of difficulty and detachment and loneliness, and now you will come together. It is the time to end that loneliness and to bring more companionship within our lives. So the universe and Jupiter is going to bring that perfect partnership into our life, that perfect love into our life, that will ease all the loneliness that we have been feeling, the sadness and alone that we have been feeling for quite some time, and it will bring beautiful companionship into our life. Let's see what other blessing is coming to us. A blessing of the waters. So water is about emotions. Water represents our emotions. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces, and the sun is in Scorpio at this moment. Mars is in Pisces. A lot of emphasis is on our emotions at this time. We have been having blocked emotions, we have been hiding from our emotions, we have been denying our emotions for quite some time, and now the time has come for that mask to fall and our emotions to be highlighted, because Sun in Scorpio is going to highlight our deepest desires, our deepest emotions, our deepest needs and our deepest wants that we have, our deepest truths within us, how we feel, what we want in our life, what we want in our partner, what we want in our love. Everything is going to be highlighted. So we are going to be blessed with healing of the emotions. We will heal those emotions, what we have been holding on to, the baggage, the hurt, pain, anger. We will let that go and our emotions will be resolved. We will find peace with the emotions. And the last card for this reading is a blessing on your family. If any of you have been separate from your family because of the lockdown or other circumstances, or you have not been with your family, you are single, you are looking for a family, or you want to start a family or have children, so you are getting a blessing on your family. There's so much green here, so much, it shows a lot of growth and grounding and regeneration. Green is about growth. It could also be your a work family, not necessarily a blood family. It could also be soul family. It could be your emotional family or your work family, your colleagues. There's so much growth and beauty here. So you will get blessed with the right people around you. Your soul tribe may come towards you. You may find people who resonate with you, who match your vibration, match your emotions, match your thoughts. Or if you have been having problem with your family members, there has been discord or conflict, or there has been separation within family members, it will now get resolved. All those issues will get resolved. There will be forgiveness, and you will get to know each other better, and then you will be able to resolve and come together as a happy family. Wow. And if you see this row, the third row, we have the Page of Cups, we have the wedding, we have the lovers, and then we have the family. All four cards of love, romance, relationship, and family. Wow, beautiful. I feel relationships is going to be a major part of this Jupiter transit, and Jupiter is all about partnerships and marriage and growth and family. So it will be a wonderful transit. We have very positive cards. We will be able to heal our issues, bury our differences, and come together again with love, wedding, family. What more can a person ask, right? So wonderful reading. I hope you liked it. If you did, do like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you get the information whenever I post a video. Thank you for taking time to be here. Take care. Have a wonderful week. Bye bye.